Eat your heart out, guys. My name is CannibalRed, and today we got huge news. The fabled, the legendary, the oh my god, are we ever gonna get it? 222 roll lock is announced and on PTR. In this video, we're gonna go over what it means for tank play. So if you're a tank player, if you like monkeys and giant Germans and centaurs, this one is for you. I'm a tank main, so I've prepared some tips, some suggestions, some things you need to hear to get prepared for the changes that are coming to Overwatch. So without further ado, let's talk tanks. So by now, hopefully you know all the changes that are happening with the 222 patch, but this is about tanks, and it's about how 222 is going to change the way you need to play. Let's get into it. The biggest impact 222 is going to have on the game is that it's going to require everyone to do their job more efficiently. So think about it. Before, you could run goats, you could run 3 tanks, 3 heals. You've got so much heals, nothing's gonna die. You've got so much health pool, you're just gonna grind up ults until you win. No more. Now you've got 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and 2 heals, and everyone has to be on point or you're gonna get run over. So no more supplementing, even if you're a DPS player. Think about it this way, right? A lot of games, especially in Plat and below, and I'm sure up even in the higher ranks, you would get a lot of 3 DPS comps, potentially 4 DPS comps. Why people do that in comp, I don't know. Go to quick play for that, but it is what it is. Everybody wants to be the hero. Everyone wants to play DPS. So you had those comps where you had multiple, like 3, 4 DPS. Well, now you can't do that anymore, which means if you're on that role, you better be able to secure those kills. You have to be more effective because no one is there to pick up your slack. There's only 2 people in that role, and you need to be making sure that you are being as effective in your role as possible. Same for healers, and especially same for tanks. Let me tell you why. So we'll start with a question. What is the job of a tank? I'll go ahead and answer it for you because you're probably wrong. The job of a tank is to enable the rest of your team to do their jobs effectively. That's it. There's a lot of different words for it, whether it's placing shields in the right spots, whether it's moving forward when you need to, whether it's providing cover, whether it's providing space, whatever it is, you are giving your team an opportunity to fulfill their jobs. Now, I'm not saying you can't get kills. I'm not saying you can't do other things, but you as a tank set the pace of the entire game. That's right. I'm saying tank is the most important role in the game, and I'm unashamed about it. You decide how the game goes. You decide if it's fast or slow. You decide if it's bunker or dive. You decide everything as the tank player. That is a huge responsibility, and it's on your shoulders. If you're a tank player and you thought it was the lighthearted, oh, I'll just place a shield, everyone else get kills, I put a shield down, if you can't get kills and there's a shield, you're the problem, DPS, you're wrong. You need to get off tank, or you need to go into quick play and stop playing comp right now, because you are so wrong, it's embarrassing. You don't just drop a shield and expect your DPS to get kills. You enable your DPS to get kills. What are they playing? What are they doing? What is their playstyle? We'll give a quick example. Let's say you're in Hanamura. You're attacking, right? Now you're playing Orisa. You drop shield in the choke, right? And you're thinking, okay, DPS, fire through, we'll just do a shield break war back and forth. Alright, problem is, you've got a Genji on your team. And this Genji doesn't want to mess around in that choke. He's going to jump through the choke every time and try and 5v6 them all and throw his little shurikens and dash and then die. Why does he die? Because he's not making use of your shield. Your shield sitting at the choke is useless to your Genji who's moved in front of it and is now trying to kill things in the back line or pump into tanks or whatever that genius Genji player wants to do. Alright? You have not provided him with anything. Now, if he was on a different pick, if he was a smarter player, maybe your shield placement would have been good, right? But it doesn't mean anything if your team isn't using it. So you have to stop. And you have to go, how many times am I going to watch this Genji die in front of my shield and fight this game 5v6 over and over and over until we lose? Or am I going to recognize this Genji's playstyle is really aggressive? He wants to get in there. He doesn't want to sit in this choke. He's not going to poke. He's not going to use my shield at all. What can I do to actually win this game? Well, Genji's our weak link. Genji's dying, he's feeding their ults, he's getting nothing done. I need to make sure my Genji player on DPS has impact. So run back to spawn, pick up Winston. And when you see your insane Genji player go in and start trying to 1v6 everyone, you jump in with him. Now it's a 2v6. Not only is it a 2v6, but he has more sustain now, because you dropped a shield for him. Now he has a shield to dance in and out of to hit the enemies and potentially live a little longer. Now damage is increased, because you're zapping through enemy shields. Their shields don't matter. So your Tesla cannon is now dealing damage on top of the little bit your Genji was doing. Maybe you'll actually secure some kills now. And if your entire team follows suit, you just turned a guaranteed loss because of a crazy DPS player into a potential win. Before 5v6 with your Genji dead all the time, you were never going to win, barring some crazy ult usage and just pouring everything in, right? But that's not going to always work. The more effective, the smart thing, the tank thing to do is to look around at your team, at the enemy team, analyze what's going on in the game, and then react to it by playing in a way that enables your teammates to be more effective. That's your job. You may not be in the kill feed. Often you will be. If you're on Winston, if you're on D.Va, if you're on Hog, you're going to be up in the kill feed, right? But that's not your objective. Let your DPS have the glory. Let them have their play of the games. Let them have their Halo flashback moments, right? You're different. You're better than that. You're a tank player. You set up the situation for their play of the game. You set the pace of the game. You're the reason you won. But it's not because of the way you played. It's because of the way you thought. It's because of the way you reacted. It's because of the space you created and the way you enabled your team to do their jobs more efficiently. Now, there's lots of other examples that you could go through. We could talk Ryan Zarya examples. We could talk what to do if you're a D.Va, what to do if you're a Roadhog, right? We could talk about all those things. But you, as the player of that hero, if you can't stop and think, am I doing my job? Is my DPS struggling? Yes. How can I help them? If dropping a shield and saying, shoot through my shield, let's just break theirs and win, if that's not working, change it up. Set the pace. If you're in Orisa and you're attacking, and God, if you do this, I feel bad for you. If you're attacking and you drop shield and choke on Hanamura, on Eichenwald, on literally any choke in the goddamn game, if you drop your shield in that choke and stand there and just expect to kill the defending team who's got defensive positions, high ground, shields, all this stuff, who's already bunkered up, and you think you can break their shields and somehow get in just by popping yours in the middle of the choke and firing into it, chances are you're wrong. You're throwing those games. What can you do? Instead, drop your shield at an angle. Funnel everyone into a room on the right. Give them an opportunity to get through, to get different angles. Are you moving slowly? Are you dropping your shield right in front of you? No, don't do that. Drop your shield 10 feet, 20 feet ahead and say, my shield's no longer where we are, it's where we're going. We can take all that ground in between here and my shield, and we have defenses all the way to it. These are things you need to learn. Whether you're any tank in the game, I promise the way you play will make your DPS perform better, will make your healers have more opportunities, will make your other tanks complement you better. Think about what you can do to help them, because there's no more triple DPS, just murder everything. There's no more triple heals, epic sustain. No more triple tank, let's just take damage and grind up ult until we win the game. No. There's only two of each. And if you queue into one of those roles, you need to be prepared to play that role as efficiently as possible. 222 is not a lifesaver. It's not a problem fixer. If you thought going online and complaining about it and, oh, please give me 222, it's going to fix all my problems, you are going to be sorely disappointed. It may have fixed some problems, but it's placed responsibility on your shoulders for your role. Make sure you can do your role effectively. Don't just coast through the games. Don't just go through, shoot this, place shield here, do this. No. Abstract thought is going to get you that win. Think about it like this. I'm a legally blind player. I can barely see anything on that screen. I sure as heck can't aim very well. But I listen. I pay attention. I track abilities, cooldowns, ultimates, which player is where. I track all that to the best of my abilities in my head to make up for my disability. You need to do the same. Be aware of your surroundings, whether you have a disability or you don't. Especially if you don't, because then you've got no excuse, right? Win the game in your head by the decisions you make before the game starts and as it's going, and the changes and the reactions. Get ahead in your head. Win those games, and then this 222 is going to stump everyone else, but you'll be ahead of the game and you'll still be winning. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a little bit of information from it. I was happy to share it. I don't usually do these ranting videos, but I really hope it's helpful to someone out there. I'm excited for 222. I didn't ask for it. I didn't want it, but it's here now. We better get used to it, and that's what this video is for. Hopefully, maybe we'll make one on heals. Maybe we'll make one on DPS. More interviews will be coming. More gameplay coming. We are streaming every day except for Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are my days off. Over on Twitch, CannibalRed live at twitch.tv. We stream between 3 and 6 o'clock every day except Tuesday, Wednesday. And hopefully we see you there. Hopefully you keep watching the videos. Eat your heart out. I'll catch you next time.